Tea Talk. Tea Talk number 3. This is a time for us to connect, a time for us to talk about community news, updates, address community questions, address things that I'm thinking about and want to share with you. So let's go through the list. Let's start out with some missing meditations. You may have noticed some meditations that were missing from the channel. If you have questions about these, please email me directly. You can find the email address on the channel. I can put it in the description below as well. You may have also received an email from me about this. I encourage you to use your voice in this case so you can experience those teachings in a way that is most effective for you. Next up, I want to address the simplicity of Joe Dispenza's and Jose Silva's methods, and pretty much anyone who teaches something similar to them. We live in this exciting time where most of us are understanding the quantum field. We understand that this ancient knowledge is being unearthed, and this is the stuff that schools really should be teaching. I just mentioned the other day that I think Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill should really be a part of all high school education. But this stuff makes us way too powerful. We would not be as easy to program or to be sold to, and schools are meant to mainly create workers and consumers and to support big business. So both methods, Joe Dispenza and Jose Silva and others, are based on ancient understandings. Joe Dispenza especially makes it a bit complicated. It's like he's unearthed something he uniquely created, and it's really not that complicated. His teachings are great. He puts it into a format that he can market a course, but it's all about accessing brain states. And once you understand this, it becomes simpler and simpler. You'll be able to access the state quicker and quicker and as you need it. And for example, recently I was sitting in an office and there was some kind of white noise that I could hear coming from what I'm assuming was a fan. And I felt myself drop into alpha. I was very aware of it. My brain more easily can do so now, and I can begin to understand this state more and more and use it for meditation, of course, and creating. So, on this journey, you begin to understand brain entrainment as an easier way to get your brain into a certain state. Earlier civilizations used chanting or drumming to do so, and today we have access to more technology and can use binaural beats, frequency generators, and many other technologies. Technologies that you will find in my new series of experiential meditations. Which brings me to an update on our beta testers. So, our beta testers have finished testing the alpha experiential meditations, and they did a great job providing feedback that will continue to shape the future of these meditations. If you are interested in being a beta tester for future meditations, you can please reach out to me as we will plan to start rolling out the next series of meditations over the next month or so. I have actually released all 3 of the meditations, and they can be found in my store. You can see the link in the description below. For a limited time, they're going to be on sale for $9.99 each. The goal of experiential meditation is to have an experience. So many of our beta testers had deep, even transcendental experiences. Some did not, or thought they did not. There were a few that clearly had experiences, such as a visitation, but then they said they didn't think they had an experience, which is just kind of interesting because clearly that was an experience. Some did not have an experience, but also this is a method, just like others, that you have to maintain consistency and be dedicated to, and it may take some time depending on where you're at in your journey, of course. So just as with any of the methods that we've experimented with on the channel, they require consistent effort, and it can take time to see your results. I continue to offer guidance sessions. You can also find these in my store if you would like to schedule one. These are an opportunity to explore what you want to create and the path to getting there. And then accessing higher quality files. So the files that you receive on YouTube, what you watch on YouTube, are compressed and they are of lower quality. It can affect your experience, especially when we're talking about things like frequencies, binaural beats. And so I always recommend downloading them for the best experience. And of course, you can do that within my store. You'll have higher quality. I'm offering some WAV files as well in my store. Kind of curious to see if people are interested in those or not. There's mostly MP3s, but if you want to download WAV files, they're going to be a little bit more expensive, but they offer better quality. And so maybe give me some feedback on what you think. So I have some of my meditations do have a WAV version as well as the MP3 version. So a potential group. We've been talking about this. I've sent some emails. I have talked about it before, I think. I've talked about it with my beta testers. I offered this idea to my beta testers. I'm contemplating if a messaging platform might help us to more easily connect, somewhere that we can ask questions and share experiences as we learn together. So please let me know what you think. If you would be interested in a more interactive group option, let me know whether that's a messaging group or whether we meet online. I'd like to know if you're just interested in general in a group. I'm also working on a new manifestation worksheet. So, this is how I believe manifestation works. Miracles do happen. People can and do heal in miraculous ways, or your life shifts in a way that you never imagined possible. But the truth of manifestation is more complex. It requires programming the mind, which is what a lot of manifestation techniques that use affirmations are focusing on. But it also requires focused action, taking action in everyday life. And it may also require working through layers of healing, becoming more self aware, evolving your soul, doing the work that your soul is here to do. So, this worksheet that I'm creating helps with getting really clear about the desire and bringing dedicated focus to it, in addition to getting clear about the desire. Community questions. So, regarding my video on sexual transmutation, Napoleon Hill and his idea of genius. One of our viewers said, "How could I learn more? Got to apply these to myself better to make my true purpose in this physical world. Please do guide us more. Thank you and God bless." God bless you as well. So this is something that can be very powerful, sexual transmutation, and it's not discussed hardly at all anywhere. Um, it was it was the first time I had seen it anywhere was in Napoleon Hill's book, and I've not seen really anyone else talking about it. I mean, no one's talking about it, but some creators do place the concept within their work without really addressing that that's what they're doing. Like Joe Dispenza, for example, he actually brings, with some of his breath work, he brings the energy up from the lower centers up to the higher centers. So he's doing that sexual transmutation as part of that. But I'm considering creating some coursework around this concept that would help people learn how to transmute energy for creation. And I'm curious if the community would be interested in something like this if I did. And I'd love if you'd leave a comment or just contact me directly. And I'd also love your feedback on if I did create something like that, what would you want to understand? What would you want to learn? So that kind of applies in general too. You are a great service to me. You're very encouraging and supportive of the work I'm doing, and it means a lot to me when you reach out and just tell me I'm doing a good job. Everyone likes to hear they're doing a good job. As much as I love that feedback and the validation feels good no matter what level of your journey you're at, right? We all like to have some validation. But I'm also here to serve you. The whole point of this channel is to teach you, to help you on your journey. I'm on my own journey and you're helping me as well. But I would love to get feedback whenever possible about things that you would like to learn from me. What can I help you with? How can I create better meditations? What are the things you're struggling with? How can we help each other? So, would love to hear from you. I think that's it for today. As always, please like and subscribe. You can find my meditations on Insight Timer as well as in our storefront where you can purchase again downloadable, high quality versions of the meditations for a deeper experience. Reach out with questions and feedback always. I love to hear from you and I love to connect with you, and just be well. Be well. Much love to everyone.